And the vet on this team, Trevor Ariza, 16th year. Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I love it. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
No doubt.
That's crazy, man. Didn't think I would be here this long,
It's
especially
incredible.
from the beginning.
Yeah. I got to tell you, everyone I've talked to said that already you being around the team and the impact that you're having, this is a relatively young team, and it seems like you are really relishing what your role is going to be on this team in addition to helping them on the court.
Man, that's what you do, man. When you are in this league this long, you will be a fool not to try to give the experiences that you have experienced throughout this game, and especially when you see young talent like you have over here. You know, just seeing the difference in different players that I've played with. I've played a lot of places, so you know there are similarities to some of these guys that I've seen in the stars in our league. So, not to give them that information that I've seen other guys do would be foolish.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Yeah.
Has to be different. You win a championship with Luke, teammate, and now a coach. Did you know he was going to be a coach? Did you have an idea?
You know what? Towards when I was there, I seen some of that. I definitely did see some of that because he would go into some of the coaches' meetings, like when we would have practices and all that. He would be coming out of coaches' meetings, and we would think he's with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing?
Who you playing for?
Where you at now? But just to know that he was able to be a player, transition into a coach,
right?
Get the knowledge from PJ that he got from him, and use it in his own. What his own thing is great for us.
No doubt.
How important was your decision to come here, and the fact that Luke Walton is the coach?
Yeah, that was probably the biggest part of my decision to come here.
Wow.
Yeah, really though. I mean, I believe in what he has to offer that much, along with the talent that is here, obviously. But just knowing that Luke would be somebody that I can trust, I can talk to. He can tell me exactly what he needs from me. That's rare to find in the NBA nowadays, and when you get the opportunity to have that, you got to take advantage of it.
As I look at what you bring to this team, I mean, 16 years, champion, that's crazy. So as you look at the ability to pay forward, you don't have to do it to Harrison because Harrison is just a little younger version of yourself.
Absolutely.
How do you get that to De'Aaron? How do you give that to Buddy? How do you give that to those guys?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I think you don't force your way onto them. You know what I'm saying? But when you see little things that they can do, you just throw a little piece out there.
Yeah.
Let them suck that up, and then when they see it works and they come back to you, then you give them the rest.
No doubt.
The rest of what you have to offer.
Yes.
And I think that's the biggest part to leadership. You don't just try to be overbearing. You try to just help where you can, whenever they ask or whenever you see something small. Because it's not much. These guys are unbelievable players, unbelievable talents. Their talent is going to take them over the top anyway. It's just a little tweak here, a little tweak there, or a little gym here, or a little gym there.
Talk to me more about that, because you've played with great players, obviously, throughout your career, but we're talking about Fox, who's 21, Marvin, who's 20. Their ceiling is what, in your opinion?
I don't even know. They just have the abilities to – you can't even really – you don't really know what their ceiling is because they have so much talent at such a young age that they can go – to the roof, probably past the roof. There's no ceiling for them. They just have the unbelievable
So what
talent.
separates, because there's a lot of guys in the league that are like them, that are really talented and they're young. So in your experience, because Doug and I talk about this based on what he went through, what's the difference from a guy like a De'Aaron Fox ending up being very good and being great?
Man, it's little things. Is probably how they study the game, how they work on their body, how much they work, how much they get in here and work on their game, and how they lead their team. I think that's the difference.
As you look at this team, have you been on a team that's this deep? Because I look and I go, man, first of all, Harrison a champion, you a champion. I mean, that's just at the small forward position. You can play multiple positions. He can play multiple positions. Every bogey, buddy.
It's a lot of players.
It is a lot of players.
There's a lot of talent in here.
How give me a team that you've been on that's similar.
Obviously, our LA team was extremely deep.
Yeah, they were.
Our Houston teams were, pretty deep, but we just had Houston has like
top heavy.
Yeah,
no doubt.
But as far as down the line, no, I can't think of one.
Yeah, I was telling Grant that in today's game, I think that this is one of the ways that you're able to compete against those top-heavy teams.
Absolutely.
Because when they dip down to that bench,
Yep.
and whether it's you or it's Harrison, you guys are vastly superior to anybody they bring it off the bench.
For sure.
Do you have conversations about that amongst yourself yet?
Man, we've had a few conversations about how deep our team is, and for us, what's going to help us is that we all have the same goal. You know, it's not about who starts the game or whatever it is. It's about at the end of the game, are we going to be winning?
Right.
And that's the only thing that has to be our main focus, period. You know, are we going to do it together? Or not, are we going to do it individually? We have to do it together, because together, like you said, our team is unbelievably deep, so it doesn't matter who's in the game. You just have to be sure when you're in the game that you're doing your part to help the team win.
You know, I want to get back to the young guys again, because I was just thinking of talking to you. You know, when you came into the league, that was before social media. There wasn't Twitter and everything. And I'm talking about guys now that are so talented at a young age about staying grounded and how important that is, because there's so many outside influence, and you know what I'm talking about with social media. How important is that for a young player to stay grounded as they move up the ladder?
Well, I think these kids are pretty grounded themselves. I don't think the social media or their generation of the way the game is has changed what they do. They're in here every day working. So as long as they're working, as long as they're doing what they have to do to become better players, people, and help this team win, there's nothing you can do. That's all that matters.
We talk about this, and again, I keep on going because of your great experience. You know, we've seen guys that are unbelievably talented, and then some guys get their money and their work ethic changes. And then there are some guys that doesn't matter what they make, their work ethic is always going to stay the same, and you know they're going to be good. You know, you never really know until you see it happen. You know, that's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, Harrison just got paid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
First person in the gym.
No doubt.
I'm in the gym and he's in here working.
Yeah.
So, you know, that speaks volumes of the type of player he is, the type of person that he is.
Great point.
You know, Vlade has put together good kids. They come in here and work. But as a veteran, and whether they asked you or not, are you the type of veteran that's willing to pull their coattail and pull them aside and be like, "Yo, man, that ain't it. That ain't gonna cut it."
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm more of a straightforward type of person. Now, I'm not gonna like step on any toes, but if I have to say what's best for our team, I'm going to have to say that, because I feel like if I don't say it, I'm not being a good teammate.
Facts.
You know, I'm not doing my job as the veteran player or even as a peer to these players. So if I just allow them to continue to do what they're doing and it's not the right thing, then it's not on them, it's on me too.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Trevor, thanks for spending some
Appreciate
time,
you.
man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it very much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Trevor
Okay.
Ariza,
Yes.
good stuff joining us here on Sports 1140.